In this video, I'm going to show you how I built this 6 foot long by 2 foot wide by 1 foot high worm bin. Stay tuned. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I built this thing. Okay, so you get one of these OSB sheets. It's the cheapest, okay? And then what I did is have it cut 6 feet. So I cut the whole section 6 feet. This is the leftover, all right? So that leaves me with a whole section of 6 feet. Then what I asked them to do is cut this one 2 feet. All right? That's going to be the base. Then I asked him to cut the other ones in half, which is approximately 1 foot. This is where they're sitting right there. Okay? So these all measure 6 feet and then 1 foot. Now, if it's not exact from end to end, just measure what it is, like I did. And I cut these pieces. This is 2 by 3. Exactly from end to end, okay? And then I measured the distance to make sure, and I got these pieces here in the center. Just divide these wherever you can, and one on the end, one on the end. Now I'm just going to simply nail it. The other one I screwed, but this is pretty simple. I'll continue in a sec. Alright, you can see that I've nailed everything. Okay, you can screw it. I did the other one screwed. Make sure you countersink. Now I'm going to grab this plywood OSB board, and I'm going to turn it so that the shiny part is up. This is going to be the floor where I need to scratch inside. I'm going to line it up. Okay, I'm going to line up this corner, and I'm going to keep that corner. This line, which is the straight edge, you can see green. And this one as well, I'm going to keep it all flush and screw. And I'm going to do that with this bit here as a countersink. You see that end there? It just countersinks so that the screws will go in. Okay? So you can see here. Okay, I'm just pulling it so it's flush. And then I'm going to countersink. I've already done those as I went to them. Simply countersink. I'll change the bit now, and I'll use these drywall screws, 1 3/8. Screw that in. Like so. Go around the whole perimeter. It's kind of hard, but now I'm here on this straight edge, and you can see, I'm going to use one hand. You can see that it's not flush, so you got to flush it up. Just pull it, screw it down. You see that's not flush, so you flush it up. Screw it down the same. Alright, so that's what you end up with once you're done screwing. Okay, this is the underside of it. Now we're going to take this size right here, which is 72 light. It's a little less than 6 feet, a little 16th. Okay, that's what how I measure. So what I did is mark that measurement, okay, which is right here, and then I added 3 3/4 to that, which made a total of 75 3/4. If you cut it 75 3/4, you'll be pretty close. So I'm going to cut 75 3/4. 2 of these pieces. These will be for the side, one foot sides. Okay, so here you want to measure 1 3/4 up on both sides, and then what I did is just simply chalk line. Then that plywood there is going to be going upwards, and it's going to be lined up with that line. Now, here's that piece that I just cut, those 2 pieces. You see that they're longer, which is what you want. 1 7/8. 1 7/8. You want this on the underside, and you want the shiny stuff up top. Again, we're just going to countersink and screw both sets. Okay, so that's what the piece looks like. Rough side, piece on this side. Remember, we countersunk these ones here on the shiny side. Okay, I've marked out this right here. And now what's going to happen is this is going to be flush with this. And then it's going to be screwed. So what you got to do is countersink before, close to the edge there. And then I'm just going to simply put this level the outside, match the line, screw it down, okay? That's going to be your side profile for both sides. Okay, so now the next step, before we actually screw that in, we're going to cut two pieces from end to end, which is 23 3/4, okay, which I've done here. Two pieces, 23 3/4. All right. Then you're going to take that piece that was standing up here, the leftover, the 2-foot piece. You're going to mark 23 3/4. Okay, and then you're going to make the line 1 foot. Then you're going to cut this with the skill saw, and this piece with the skill saw. All right, that's what this looks like. All right, shiny side, countersink, screw a few holes in it. And this piece is the one that's going like this. Sorry. It's gonna go like that. End to end. And it'll screw right here. This will be flush. Like so. Take note, I made a screw up on my bin. This should be extended past, okay, the thickness of the plywood. Don't make the mistake I did. Okay, so these are the legs. I measured them 24 inches, okay? You can go a little smaller if you want, so you can get it out of 1 2x4. So you have to go like an inch or so smaller. All right, you need 4 of these. And then 17 3/4, you need 4 of them. Now I got different thicknesses, okay though. Because the leg is going to go like this. This is how the leg's going to go. Directly underneath. Screwed in from the side. Okay. And then that piece is going to go in between. I'll show you when I'm done that section. Okay, so here are the pieces that I was just talking about. I just basically made a measurement. And then I screwed it in. And these are 2 1/4 or 2 1/2. Right here, these screws. 2 1/2, okay? Screwed into there. There. And then what I did is I got these little wheels. I just screwed them into there. Hopefully this works. And what happens is this now will go in like this. Okay. And then it's screwed in this top corner, bottom, etc. And you can also put one along the back. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that yet. But what I want to do is now take all these components downstairs and kind of finish it up. Hopefully. This gets very heavy. So once it's on the spot, which I've got to do a lot of moving actually, then I can simply screw it in. But that's essentially it. You can put, like I said, one around the back. I'll show you if I do that. You'll see it. Okay, as you can see, I removed all this stuff that was here, okay? Just left that stuff on the top. Brought this piece down. The first thing you want to do, screw in the pieces of the feet, okay? And you want to hold that against, make sure you pre-drill. Hold it against, screw that one, and pull it level, screw. I've done that already. Now I'm going to flip it over. Alright, I flipped it over. It's working pretty good. It's wheeling around here. Now I'm able to work. Alright. What I'm going to do first, I think, is put these side pieces on first. And then put the face. So to put the sides, you got to work smart, right? So what I did is just put a a little screw just on that line, just a little under it. Another one underneath it, and then I just set that on so it supports it. And then I plumb up that side. Okay. And I put the first screw. Put the second screw. I'm not screwing that yet. I want to make sure that it is good. Do the other side now. Alright, so you see it. Now I'm going to put a couple more screws just to support it. I'll do the same thing with this back side. Okay, so I screwed that. Okay, you can see it's going to end up on the inside. But then what you want to do is do exactly like that. Screw it in from the side here. Okay. So again, countersink, both corners there on the top, and secure it. Alright, so here it is. There's the bin on its wheels. You could put another cross brace here like this one. I don't think it's needed. It actually works pretty good. It's pretty sturdy. It's movable. And beautiful. So you can see it. Now I'm going to do is just vacuum it and then lay my poly on, and then I'm just going to crimp the poly. No staples or anything. I just use tape. And then I just put this here. So in the corners I just fold it like a present and put some tape along there, and that's it. No staples. The poly is loose but snug. Show you when I'm done. Okay, so this is just a 6 mil roll poly like they use for drywall. This is the way you do it. You unroll it, and then you make sure you have enough on the back end and on the front end, and then I'm just going to cut it. Make sure you got enough. Alright, there it is. It's done. You can see I secured it with these things. Had enough. And then it doesn't have to be perfect. Then you put some tape along here, tape along there, keep it snug. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. This is going to protect the plywood. And that's it. She's done. So now I'm just going to cut this little bit plastic out. Not necessary. And one bin completed. And this one actually moves.